this diagram right here.
Yeah,
Tell me what you see.
Yeah, once again, it's the east versus west, and it simply says streets on Sunday. And in one diagram, there's 3 people, which would be the Westerners on a Sunday in the street. And on Sunday on the eastern side, it is packed full of people.
Okay, let me, I totally agree with this. I went to school in US and then I travel a lot. And one thing I notice is I don't want to, on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, basically you don't know what to do in the Northern American cities because a lot of shops, they close early. They don't even open on Sundays. Okay, there are a lot of shops that close. Well, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I traveled to Vancouver once. And then back in the time, the shops, they close on Saturdays and Sundays. And then they close early on Fridays.
You must have been there a long time ago.
Yes, like 25 years ago, yes. So, that's agreed. I agree that Taiwanese people during the weekends, you see Taiwanese people hanging out at the malls, shopping center, outlets, or night markets.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that in a North American lifestyle, you go to work all day, you go to work all week, or you go to school, and on the weekend you want some alone time. You want to recharge and get ready for the week. And it's magnified being a foreigner living in Taiwan because we are surrounded by people all the time. As a foreigner, we feel very surrounded. It's busy everywhere you go. You can go out at night. There's always places to go. The stores are always busy. So for us on a weekend, it's like, okay, I need a break.
Right.
And going to the mall or going downtown in Taiwan on a weekend is the complete opposite. It is pandemonium. It's packed.
It is.
Right?
It is.
It is packed full of people.
Well, but then again, it's a different culture for Taiwanese people. We hang out with our friends and then we want to go out on weekends, but we usually go out to some fancy restaurants, nice cafe, and meeting our friends in the city. But of course, right now, because of the pandemic or maybe the leisure culture is different, a lot of people go hiking. But if you go to those hiking trails, some of them are very popular. You still see the hiking trails packed. I would say I totally agree on this observation.
Max, one of the things I wanted to talk about with this busy streets on Sunday idea is just the way that the cities are laid out for me, Taiwan, because I lived in Taiwan, versus North America. In North America, we have a definite downtown district, a business district.
Main boulevards.
Yes, the main area, and we have suburbs.
Right.
So on a weekend, the work area is not busy. People go to the suburbs. They get out of the downtown core. Whereas, especially Taichung, where we live, we don't really have a downtown core. Everyone works very kind of close to where they live, so everything is busy all the time. It's not this migration back and forth. It's extra busy on the weekends because people aren't working, but there's not this movement of back and forth.
Yeah, I agree. That's my experience too. In States, on the weekends, if you go downtown, if you go to the cities, it's empty. It's like a ghost town. Okay, people work in the city, but they live in suburbia.
And that's also due to economics, because living downtown in a North American city is the most expensive place to live.
Right.
The farther you get out of downtown, whereas a place like Taichung, there are certain areas that maybe have a higher value, but there's not like a downtown core that is the most expensive.
Right.
So.
But in Taiwan, on the other hand, everything is kind of the business area, living area, is sort of intertwined.
Very overlapping with each other.
Overlapping. Yeah, because you have to know that convenience is a big thing for Taiwanese people.
Yes.
Your Taiwanese people, our lives is about convenience. Okay, you have to have something 24/7. Everything.
You have to have 7,000. I can't remember 7,000 or maybe 11,000 7-Elevens in Taiwan. I don't know the exact number. It's up there.
Yes, you need to have 3,000 Starbucks, and then everything is about convenience for Taiwanese people. So, like you said, in some of the downtown area, they might be very busy, okay, and you might have shops in the first floor, and then after that, I mean, it might be living apartment complex. So for us, it's very overlapping, and then it's a very opposite concept compared to what you have in North American cities or even European major cities.
Yeah, I see a bit of a migration the other way in Taiwan. Whereas if people live on the outskirts of the city, there might not be those bigger things. Because if you go to IKEA, if you go to Costco on the weekend, it is an absolute zoo. It is packed full of people. And as a Westerner, we're like, we will do anything we can to not go on the weekend. Whereas I'll talk to some of my Taiwanese colleagues, say, how was your weekend? Oh, it was great. I went to IKEA. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I don't see the fun in that.
Right. Well, I mean, one thing that might be because for most of the people, we work from Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And then Saturday and Sunday is the time that the only time we have to go shopping, to buy our chores or hang out with our friends. So we might want to do everything together. And IKEA, where we can buy something, shop for furniture, but at the same time we can meet our friends at a cafe. So I
pack everything into one trip.
So then again, it's convenience thing.
And there is a little bit of an economic issue behind this, especially now because it's been very, very hot. Okay. Do you want to stay at home all weekend and crank your air conditioning?
Yeah.
Or you go to a department store, or you go to IKEA where there's free air conditioning.
Or Starbucks. Yes.
Yeah, or Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right. Make someone else pay for your comfort.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Well, but then again, that's like I say, I mean, convenience is a big thing for Taiwanese people. So that's probably why a lot of things are overlapping, and then that will create such cultural observation that on some days you see a lot of people. That's where people can do a lot of things.
Yes, it's lifestyle as well as a bit of urban planning in there.
Exactly.
But I still need to find out if you can help at some point to find out how the word fun comes into the equation of going to IKEA on the weekend. I don't know where the fun in that is.
I find that crazy too. I mean, for our listeners right here, next time go to Costco, IKEA, Decathlon, right?
Yeah.
Go there on weekends, see for yourself. Okay, you know how packed the streets are in Taiwan.